this thing on. The sun's going down.
Right.
This is what is it, like 6 o'clock at night? Who's next?
Who do we got here? Look at this.
Oh boy.
What we got
What do we got
The
here?
champion.
Gentlemen.
Where'd you find that belt?
I ripped it off Garrett.
This is like WWE.
Garrett,
I like this. We're doing shades
your
on.
belt.
We're doing shades on.
Shades on.
Keep it.
We
Oh
can,
yeah.
Let's take them off.
Shades off. We're
Yeah.
doing on.
Yeah.
Leaving the hat though.
Yeah.
Keep
future-
the hat.
yeah.
Keep the belt. Shades off.
I guess your
Alright.
future's not bright.
These are straight from Montana, by the way. These
Yeah.
are the belt and the sunglasses.
Yes. All nods to Garrett twice in one show.
Garrett Smith
That guy
taking over
gets so
another
much-
one of my friggin' enterprises.
So much airtime.
So much airtime. This is all not paid sponsorship. Next time we charge you $9.95 a minute. Emma,
Hi.
awesome to see you.
Good to see you.
In your hometown this
And
time.
on our turf.
Las Vegas, Nevada. What the
Welcome.
heck are we doing here?
You live in Vegas.
Live here.
Oh, I missed that part. I'm glad.
Yeah.
She's a local.
Oh, very
Local.
cool.
Bringing a little local flavor to the defense environment, to the MCON, defense, military culture, defense tech. We got all of the buzzwords all at once with the Strike Solutions hat. Love it.
What is Strike Solutions? Tell the us and the audience.
Great
We know,
question.
but tell a little bit of the audience what it is. What do you guys do?
It's your time for some sponsored
So
content.
we're a defense technology company here in Las Vegas, headquartered here in Las Vegas. And we live at the convergence of hardware and software at the edge.
Okay.
So we build a sensor fusion platform that we are using on the edge with really important customers every day, getting after some of their hardest problems and questions that they're trying to answer.
What percentage of Strike is veterans, is military?
I would say 100% of our team touches or has touched the military in some way.
This is why she
Great.
won't hire me. I keep trying. It's like she's not
Not
a veteran.
qualified.
Not qualified.
Me neither. I have no
hardly.
chance. No chance.
Hardly. We take you guys in a heartbeat to be our hype people. The vibe. You can be the vibe officers.
That's it.
Well, if we're doing vibes, let's talk about Vegas vibes.
Yep.
Defense tech in Vegas, military culture in Vegas. You've been here for a while.
Yep.
There's a base. Is there a lot of defense tech? What's the scene here in Las Vegas?
Well, as you can imagine, it revolves around gaming and the strip. So not a ton, candidly, not a ton of small defense tech companies that are here. We've got the bigs. Sierra Nevada Corporation, of course, is out of here. But us smaller boats rowing with spoons, not a ton of us, which is good and bad, right? The ecosystem is definitely growing, and we're excited to be a part of that and be part of the nucleus that's starting to grow. But at the same time, it's also a great thing because we can kind of make a name for ourselves and write the book. We don't have to follow a script that somebody else came in and built before us, and that's been really exciting for our company.
And what's the, kind of the human element of your company? Would you say, what's your why? What is something that gets you up every day and gets you super excited? And normally it's about some person or people that are, it's veterans or part of your organization, but for you, what's your why and how's that lean into kind of the human element of your business?
So I'll speak to the company's DNA because it's certainly not just me that has this why. You've talked to a lot of veterans. You know we're sarcastic and pretty negative in general. Our crew is all about fixing things that we hated while we were serving, especially when it comes to technology capabilities. So our why is we want it to be better for our friends that we left behind in the service and provide them better capabilities. It's that simple.
It's interesting. We've talked to several founders and been working a lot in the defense industry, and that seems to be a common thread. It's like when I was out there in deployment, this broke or this didn't happen, or like, why did this gun not be able to do X? And they came back and solved the problem. That's really interesting how in this timing that we have today that you can do that now. It seems more possible than ever that people can actually build businesses to change things.
Yeah, and it's also a more exciting time than ever, mostly because the threat landscape is changing so quickly that you have to innovate as quickly as possible just to address what's up today. Who knows what's coming tomorrow, right? So I feel like for us, aside from the simple thesis of we want to fix things that were broken for us, it's also how do we help stay ahead and row the boat alongside our mission partners that are still serving to attack those things that are coming down the pipe that may not be as anticipated as in the past.
So we're here at MCON talking a little bit about military culture. You're obviously a disruptive person at your core.
Really?
A disruptive
Thank
person.
you.
And that is a compliment. Take it in the spirit it was.
I choose to take that as a
exactly.
compliment.
We're not supposed to insult our guests.
Well, this is the problem. Most of our guests are new to me. Emma, I've known for too long. Here's the thing. What is it like being a disruptive person in an organization that is, let me not ask the leading question, is the military a disruptive organization?
Is the military a disruptive organization? Oh man, it depends on what angle you're looking at it from. I would say generally no. I mean, I think we all know it's a slow mover, and every day is for us. Every day is a new battle of like trying to will something into existence. So I would say generally no, which makes it extremely frustrating for people like me and the rest of our company.
How do you get through that? What's that like for someone like you?
Our sarcasm level just goes through the roof. We have great jokes. We have amazing internal chats that'll make you chuckle for days, and then we get back to it. The nice thing about having a company centered around people that have been in the system, if you will, is that that's not a surprise to any of us. And candidly, here to say, I feel like, me personally, I can affect more change on this side of the table than I ever could wearing the uniform. So trying to like take heart in that and like really grasp that and own it, I think has been the only thing that has kept me sane and keeps me going for sure.
How do you think changes or things have changed as in the sense of having the ability to now be able to kick in the door? Or maybe just years ago, you didn't have the ability to do that, meaning the bureaucracy was so much or the government wasn't allowing it. Have you been able to kick in the door more the past, I'd say, year or so?
That's such a good question. All of those speed bumps that are bureaucratically driven still exist today. It's just a matter of, are you too stupid to quit? And I am too stupid to quit. So I think our strike solutions in general we're marathon runners, and we know we're on early mileage of that marathon, and we just have to keep going. And so I would argue that some things have gotten worse while others have gotten easier, but nonetheless, like, you cannot build a business overnight in defense. It takes years to get the foundation and the platforming right before you can actually start to really see the fruits of your labor. And you just have to be okay with that going in. And I tell anyone coming into this business, like, buckle up, because it's a long one.
Do you have a sense, like, what kind of veterans should be entrepreneurs versus should get jobs? And there's not I don't think there's a normative statement there of like one is not better than another, but like who should go right and who should go left?
That is such a good question that I argue with myself in the shower about pretty regularly, and I don't know that I have the answer. I think. Fundamentally, if you are going to be an entrepreneur in this space, you have to be dogged in outworking everyone around you. There is no like, I'm going to take a knee because it sounds like I need a break. There is none of that. And figuring out how to rally around the right people. So I would say great connectors and those that are hungry for more, awesome entrepreneurs coming out of the military. And they have that experience in the system to be able to like turn around and service it very well. Those that are really used to, and this is not meant to be, this is just a personality thing. People that like having order and technical orders, for lack of a better term, to use a military term. People that like those technical orders and these are the steps that I need to take should absolutely go and get a job. And don't get one at a startup. Because you have to wear all hats all the time at a startup until you make it to a certain threshold. So I would say for me, that's what I look for when I'm talking to different people. And you have to be hungry to learn if you're going to be an entrepreneur, because you're going to get schooled every day and you're going to eat a lot of humble pie. So you have to be okay with that too.
What are some takeaways that you've got from MCON so far? Just being here with this amazing group of people.
Well, just meeting Waco briefly before we sat down here, they're really after such a great mission that is completely juxtaposed with our company and those, from our network, Noah, that we talk to. They're very much trying to push the exact same, like heart and soul of our companies here in Vegas. I love that they pick here in Vegas because it's such a geographic, center point for all the military things going on around us. There's so many veterans in this area of the country, and it's so easy to get in and out of. I really love what Waco's doing, and I barely know much about it other than talking to him and doing a little bit of research, but they're on to something special.
Absolutely. As we know, the military is the crucible for many things. It's been a catalyst for many things in your life. One that people maybe don't immediately think about is a crucible for love. And Emma, you have one of my absolute favorite stories. And
Really?
so I won't make you. Chris is not here. Your husband, co-founder, now co-founder of company, co-founder of family, 2 young ones. Give us the cliff notes about, because I think this is important for people. If you're out there and you're swiping right and left on Tinder still, you should consider the military. Maybe tell us why.
That's good. Well, since he's not here, I will tell my version of the story without any corrections that he has made up in his brain. Chris is a Strike Eagle patch, so he's a pilot, and he dropped his first combat bombs on my target in Iraq. I called in the coordinates for the attack on the radio, and at the time I was one of the only women in country and therefore the only female on the radio, and he was flying with his backseater, his Wizzo named Rip Gogan, who is a lifetime friend of Chris's, coincidentally married one of my dear friends from high school. And Chris will say, he said, "That girl sounds hot. Who is that on the radio?" And Rick said, "That's my friend Emma. She's deployed." And anyways, Chris will claim that the coordinates were off by like a few feet. They were not. They were exactly where they needed to be, as most things that I direct him in now. So yeah, that's our story.
That is crazy.
And then he's been generous enough to, he's been generous enough to step off his path in the Air Force to come help our company build this. And I tell him he's volunteer of the year every year. I mean, he's been fantastic jumping in and applying all of his knowledge and expertise from his decade and a half of flying fighter aircraft. And why he still hangs out with us is a mystery to me. But we're just so thankful to have him and his expertise. And he's been a great partner in all of this with the rest of the team.
Dropping bombs, that's how you meet. That's a story.
Absolutely amazing, and not the kind of bombs that people are dropping on Hinge. All right, so one last thing, Emma, before we let you get back out there. We've got this challenge flag here,
okay.
And this is, for folks who are coming by who maybe don't like something they hear, they disagree with something they hear. What is it take? What is something you believe that would get someone to throw this challenge flag at you?
God, Noah, I don't know.
On
like
the
a hot
spot.
take.
This is a completely unfair question.
It is a really unfair
Totally
question.
unfair question. You've absolutely been sabotaged. You've been what's it called? I don't know, blown up.
I've been blown up.
You've been blown.
Okay, hot take.
Let's go.
And I don't know that I believe this truly to my core, but I'm ever the optimist. So I have to say these things out loud just to kind of try to will them into existence. I think we're going to come out of this government shutdown any day now, and we're going to get back to it.
All right.
And I think a lot of people would throw those directly at my head for saying that right
October 24th. This is Friday, October 24th. It is the morning of Friday, October 24th. Let's see if within the next couple days we'll give you 10 days. We'll give you 10 days.
Business or
Business
calendar?
Okay. Business days. Yeah, I don't think shutdowns can end on a Sunday, can they? I don't know.
Who knows?
Maybe.
We're making up
There's
rules as we go right
we're
now.
doing it
so
live.
who knows?
I know.
All right. If within 10 days the shutdown, we're in Vegas, so look, we're going to set up the odds makers over there.
Do it.
We'll be taking bets. If you want over 10 days, you go to that guy. If you want under 10 days, you go to that guy.
Yep.
We'll see where the market's at.
I love it.
Emma, always great to see you.
So good to
Thanks
see
for
you.
stopping by.
So great
Amazing.
to sit down with you two.
Absolutely. I'm glad we got the
Thanks.
chance to talk and meet.
Likewise.
Nice.
Thanks, guys.
Thank
Have
you.
fun out there.
Bye.
Bye.